What's up, guys? This is Wanderson here in this new format for the BJJ experience.
Bro, I'm gonna start rolling soon. I just gotta get into shape first. Bro, do you have any tape?
And today we're gonna be covering, of course, the words, a lot of things happening. We had Galvão losing to Preguiça, Miao brothers going all the way to the final, but losing the gold in the last minute. We had even Paulo Miao crying in the podium, which everybody got shocked by the scene. Leandro Lo also getting the title in the middleweight, even though he's used to competing in smaller weight classes. Bochecha again getting that win with Rodolfo. Rodolfo was really close, but he couldn't beat Bochecha in the absolute division. And of course, what is everybody talking about, right? The dislocated arm of Tami Musumeci. What do you guys think about it? I mean, when you saw the video, how was it? How you felt?
I thought it was amazing that she was able to get in there and compete, you know, as a first year black belt. I mean, she's competing with one of the best females one of the best females in jiu-jitsu in the world.
Arguably one of the top ones, yeah.
I mean,
right?
Think so.
Yeah.
Not sure. But yeah, man, she showed a lot of heart, and you gotta give it to her. She didn't quit. And I know she said herself that if she knew what was gonna happen, she would have tapped. And it's understandable. It happens to the best of us. But even then, I mean, she gave it a lot of heart. She refused to give up. She refused to quit. And yeah, it was an amazing fight. Amazing fight. I think the whole time it was just...
Yeah, I guess it's a terrifying proposition to know that you're going to go into anything and have your arm ripped off.
Yeah.
And then have to continue on afterwards. I mean, that's tough. I can imagine that adrenaline was probably flowing pretty heavily.
And of course, I think the reason that she didn't want to tap is that I think the majority of the jiu-jitsu practitioners would do that. She was winning, and there was 1 minute left. So...
And she was up.
She was up on points.
You think the majority of people would not tap?
The majority of people that put the effort that you need to put in order to get to the level and be able to compete at the World Championship, yeah, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of weeks that they do in camp preparing for it. But it wasn't like any coincidence she was able to get there. I mean, she's been beating everybody in the purple belt in the previous one, and look who she was going. Michelle Nicolini was already a 2-time world champion. In 2012 and 2013 at the World Championship, and also another gold in the ADCC. 7 times black belt, world champion.
7-time BJJ World Champ. 7
Well,
this
but
year.
it's probably in other belts, because when you win in a different belt as a black belt, usually that's the one
Still,
they
she
count.
knows
I'm
what
not
it took
sure.
to get to the top of whatever
but
division she was
it
in.
was tough, and she was able to get to the final.
Yeah, but I think the postulation is whether or not somebody would tap, knowing, for instance, this girl's going in. I think she's 19 years old.
You can argue both sides. Yeah.
There's a lot of speculation of whether or not her arm's ever gonna be the same again. You know what I mean? People are gonna go after that arm.
Okay, first thing is like that. What they say, the Monday morning quarterbacking. In retrospect, yeah, okay, fine. Everybody could talk, and everybody has their own opinions, because in retrospect, first of all, or they could Monday morning quarterback, and that's fine. However, I mean, me being an athlete, competing all the time, and I know, that once you get to World, you ramp it up. That's a lot of hard work, and if you're winning in the last minute, 6-4, I mean, all you're thinking,
the gold is there.
Yeah, the gold is there.
No, I understand.
I'm winning 6-4. I know I just have to hold on.
So the only question is self-preservation versus going for the glory, and she chose the glory, and self-preservation could have saved her arm, but I mean, she's forever cemented.
She did also say that she had a lot of adrenaline running through her, and I understand
absolutely.
that. So maybe that wouldn't have. Maybe if it was another position, not a tournament practice, it would have been okay. Tap.
Yeah, adrenaline would have been flowing.
At this moment in time, she was amped. She was in
a fight.
In the heat of battle. It's a fight, and
I think we are giving props a lot to Tami, but come on, we gotta also give props to Michelle Nicolini, because it was 1 minute left. She was losing, and she was able to set up that lasso sweep, which made her be able to go to the position that she got the arm bar. So like with 1 minute left, you're losing, and you dislocate the arm of your opponent. Come on, we gotta give the props for her.
Michelle's the beast. And you know what? Nobody could take that away from her. And even then, I think when she yanked on the arm, I saw her kind of looking to the crowd,
and she looked to the referee like,
I was
did you see that?
Like, you know, and then she kind of, she maybe relaxed a little bit, and then once she was, got the okay, I guess, or whatever, she just kept fighting. You know?
She didn't want to let her go to position, even though she saw it was broken. She was like waiting to see what the referee was gonna say. The referee didn't say anything. They kept going, and so she came on top.
No, Michelle's not taking anything away from her. I'm just saying Tammy is a true warrior. You know, she's good. You know, she had heart and all that stuff. And Michelle's a champion.
There's nothing to take away from anybody.
The question that we want to know here, guys: would you tap if you were in that position? What would you do?
I would probably not tap. I mean, of course.
Your arm looked pretty good the other way. Let me see. Let's try. Put it back.
My point is, at that moment in time, I'm trying to put myself in her position. And that moment in time, I'm winning 6-4. Less than a minute left. I just gotta hold on. That's all I'm thinking. I just have to hold on for a little bit longer.
I don't even have an answer. I don't know. It's a weird angle. When you look at the armbar being done, it almost looks like she didn't. She could have possibly thought that it wasn't going to cause a tap. You know.
It was a very weird position. Also, the leverage. I think what helped.
Her arm going over. I don't know if she expected it to break where it was. You know.
The angle was really weird and gave a lot of leverage to go back. That's why. She was able to dislocate because the angle was in the air, so it could go all the way here. I thought
it would have been more of her shoulder, but it was her elbow, and so in that regard, maybe no. I probably wouldn't. I maybe tapped after. I might say, oh, my arm is broken or dislocated. I need to help myself now. But I guess if there's only a few moments left, you might well let it roll, right?
Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, we can come up with arguments to both sides, but
I think it was just an amazing fight. Probably, I don't know. Definitely one of the top moments of the 2014 Worlds.
Probably the most talked about aside from the third time or fourth time win from BJJ.
It was in the absolute. It was the third,
right? Nobody else has done that?
Absolute division. Well, Roger Gracie. In absolute, he won 10 times the World Championship. I'm not sure if he won the absolute. 3
absolute.
Oh no one's won in a row probably. That's probably what it is. I'm not sure, guys. So check out, just go online and check it if you
let us know.
For sure. Let us know. Send us a message. Comment on the video. But
by the
moving on.
Astonishing feat.
At the same time that we had the World Championship, what was happening? Eddie Bravo submission
EBI Invitational.
Exactly, and. That's something else that we want to talk about because going back to the words, there was a lot of things that we didn't see before. We had the warm guard by Keenan where he was only people with sweeps, controlling, waiting the moment, getting the sweep, going back, sweep again, and he won. He won his division, but a lot of the matches, you could tell that there was a lot of stalling, and that mentality of playing safe and pull guard and get the point and get the win. Which is fine. It's a way of playing. It's a way of doing the game. And then we got now the Eddie Bravo side where coming with the submissions only version of it. And how do you see that the submission coming more now, more tournaments with submission only versus IBJJF? What is your take on that?
I think it is. I think it's fun. It's fun to watch. I only got the after clips for the EBI. I wasn't able to I was trying to look for it and I couldn't find it, and I was trying to look for information on the Facebook and also couldn't find it. But on the after clips, I saw Gary Tonin go for at the very end of the finals, go for a 20 less than a minute submission, and I thought that was sweet. That's cool. So I could imagine the rest of the tournament, even just on the first rounds, just people attacking, going for the finishes. I think that's cool. You don't really get to see that. Sometimes, even I was watching Worlds, and you see it's just these, especially in the black belt level, you see these 10-minute long matches, and it's not. People are just literally waiting for the last minute to actually do something. To
get the points,
get the advantage, and then they take the win and move on. That's it.
So you think they can give them a 3-minute match, and they're gonna stall for 2 minutes and go for 1?
You give them a 20-minute
20-minute match. They're gonna stall for 19 and go for 1.
People
Yes.
always gonna use the rules.
But it's the rules.
Yeah.
It's the rules. You play. The thing is, I can't really say anything bad about it because you're playing the game. As long as you play the game, you play by the rules. That's whatever.
If everybody's
that's what Eddie.
as dangerous as you. You can play that waiting game because you worry. That's what Eddie Bravo, the EBI is so much different because you change the rules that everybody's already used to. So you put everybody in the danger zone.
Yeah, everybody is like, hey, first person that submits, or people are gonna be going for submissions the whole time, whole time. So it's either now you're thinking, okay, do I wait for the submission and try to get out, or do I have to attack first?
Yeah,
that's all you really have.
Do they give prizes for submissions also?
I'm not
for
exactly
fastest or specific.
I'm not sure.
Not for that one.
Look that up.
There are several submissions only tournament besides that one, but really the idea.
Morris. Well, I guess it's submission only after, except for 20-minute time limit per match, right?
I think Eddie added a few rules that were making. He's focused on that. He's like, okay, it's not even only about like being submission only. It's about being exciting. I think for the people, the fan, the people that are watching. Because people might say, oh, why you want jiu-jitsu to be in the eyes of the big medias and all of that, just keep it low, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, we talk about getting paid more. The jiu-jitsu professional fighters getting paid more. They're not going to get paid if we don't get jiu-jitsu exposed to the big masses. And so, submission only tournaments.
Guard and holding for a while is not going to really.
Submission tournaments only, I think, would be something that people, the non-jiu-jitsu practitioner, would be more willing to watch.
Pay their bills. You win some things, you get a lot of money, but the competing is not paying the bills. It's basically creating your rep, and then you go and you can.
You're seating, and then throughout your life, you're gonna like
that,
so all the efforts.
But my opinion about like EBI and stuff like that is, coming from a strictly wrestling background where you're going for the pin no matter what, right? You can't stall. You get called for stalling, you lose a point. That's a bad thing. I'd say I lean more towards liking that than a match where people can hold you in a guard for however long they want.
I agree.
I want to see blood. Get the tab, bro.
So then, would you think that something needs to be done in terms of the rules? There was a lot of questions about
they're changing the rules to help that.
You brought that up earlier today.
Definitely.
Keenan being disqualified in the Worlds for what could have been a possible accidental leg placement.
I mean, it's happened to me. It's happened to me in the semifinals as a blue belt in the semifinals of my weight class.
Yeah.
And I know exactly how it is, how it feels. Because it was just like a momentary thing. It wasn't even on purpose. It was just he turned and I turned for him, and then he turned back, and then look, that's what it was, and then that's it. I literally, it's okay, guys. Paro, stand up, and then he raised his hand. I mean, I think at the very least,
instant DQ,
no question. At the very least, if they were to change that
to
one warning,
and then
one warning, exactly, one warning.
Even
I mean, they just stop the match, give them a warning. I mean, it happens in wrestling all the time.
Yeah.
You get the first stalling warning, and then you have to go to the next one because you know what, they're gonna give the other guy a point.
Yeah.
We talk about giving the props to Michelle Nicolini. Let's give the props to IBJJF. They're doing a good job. They're doing their best, and
they're trying.
I love the fact they came up with those new rules, the new rules for double guard pulling, and other new rules that they're always trying to bring up new rules to make the game more fluid. Of course, people always use the rules, and they're going to be using the rules in their favor.
I mean, what do you think about I agree with the rule changing of the reaping. However, there's
20 seconds for double guard pulling.
And the double guard pulling is, I agree with that, that's good. But the head on the outside